Okay, this is a blacksmith shop in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's built out of straw bales covered in stucco. We used a lot of recycled materials. You see the doors that opened in the beginning, they're hanging on strap hinges that were made in a blacksmith shop. Very ornamented art. And the doors themselves weigh about 300-400 pounds each. You got a 16-foot span when you open it up. So we can go on in and look at the shop itself. So what you have here is a coal forge. So I welded up the chimney. It's got a draft here, vents out the top. It has air that's forced through the bottom of the coal. You light it up, and then you can make things, pokers for your fire, forks. So basically you heat up your item in the forge. You get it up to a good red heat. You bring it over to the anvil. Use a good blacksmith hammer. Get it going. This is a post vise. Post vise is probably 75, 80 years old, reconditioned, used by the ancient blacksmiths. Wedge block for shaping things, so you can shape your metal in different ways. So I'm going to show you next is a gas forge. This is for making knives and leaves and little ornaments. This is where you want to do detailed work and you don't want to fire up the whole coal forge, waste a lot of coal. You tend to use the coal forge in a lot of bigger objects. So I'll go ahead and fire it up at this time. It'll be a little noisy. First thing we're going to do is turn on the propane here from Meier. Putting in a piece of metal, bring that up to a nice red heat. That'll take about 30-40 seconds, and then I'll bang on it on the anvil. That piece is about, when it was red hot, it's about 2,000 degrees. It's just cooling down. I'll just take that, I can annul it by putting it out in the dirt, and that'll soften up the metal, keep it soft. The carbon structure is not so tight together. This is called a treadle hammer. It's hand built. It's got some garage springs in it. Got a foot pedal. For more controlled work, you can do the same thing on the anvil. You want to heat the metal up, again to a good red heat, slightly yellow, and put your notches in there. So I've already clipped out the ear, created the mane a little bit, and so that piece is on its way. This is an Appalachian power hammer made with old truck and car parts and scrap iron. It's all recycled material and run by a swamp cooler motor. What I'm doing here is working with a piece of copper, and it's called cold forging. I'm just hitting it with the hammer, a power hammer. And what I do is take and put in the hammer here a fuller tool, and I grip the copper in the fuller tool and hit it a few times to make an impression that I want to leave in the metal itself. And it'll be for some piece of artwork.